How's it? Today is Wednesday, May 29th, and I'm feeling happy. This is a clean and jerk day. The super long complex of power clean, hang power clean, power jerk, and split jerk. I'm going to 110 today, which is 5 kilos up from last week. And I don't know if you recall, but last week I told you guys, all 50 of you that are watching, I told you that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 110 today, and I was able to do it. I'm honestly very surprised with how things went today. I feel like I am not in position to be pushing this quickly, but for whatever reason, it worked today and it worked this week. Um, I'm trying my best to be more diligent about my McGill Big 3 before bed, so I did that yesterday, and I feel pretty good today as far as my body goes. I feel like my cleans today were really, they were kind of driven by this one cue that I just gave myself halfway through the lifts. It was just stick to the bar. I also told myself to shut up because I was just saying stick to the bar, stick to the bar. Like I just kept repeating it over and over and over and over. But I think on this one right here, about at 80, this hang power clean, sorry, I feel like that one moment in time really kind of solidified for me what I was trying to do, just to keep my body as close to the bar as possible. So essentially pull up and try to just not get too far behind the bar. And I know that happens a lot of times with people when they're lifting. It happens with me when I get a little bit lazy, but if I can stick close to the bar while the bar is still moving straight, then my power cleans are actually pretty good, right? So that's the first one here at 110. I was honestly like this set here was both pretty high. The one from the ground, the one from the hang were pretty high, and I was like kind of questioning whether or not they were actually powers because they felt like they were very low, and I am surprised. I watched the video back and I'm just surprised with how high the bar went. It felt like I it felt like I was at parallel. I am not going to lie. But see, like this is me like asking like, oh, did I was that a power? Um, and then I was like, okay, now I got to do 2 more of those. I think this set here is probably the worst one. I feel like the little hitch right there from catch to, or like where I want to catch it to where I actually catch it is due to me not getting my body in the correct position. I'm a little bit lower than where the bar actually goes. It's like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I need to meet the bar here because I'm probably not going to get it high enough. That's kind of how I feel. But that's actually not the case in real life. So that's a good sign for me as far as how I am executing on the lifts, and it feels good to know that I'm still able to do this type of thing. Here's my last set. I think one thing that I wasn't really worried about today, or even though I should be, is all of this time where I'm not holding or where the bar is not on the ground is really fatiguing my upper back. So like anytime I catch the power clean in a slightly like, how do you say, rounded upper back. What is that? I forget what direction that is. Flexion, I guess, in my upper back. Then it hurts, and that's where I've had a lot of pain for years at this point. And the idea of catching a bar overhead back onto my shoulders also hurts. It hurts me right now thinking about it, but it was okay today, and that that makes me really happy. I think I'm showing that I'm not the person that is marred by injuries that I used to be. You know, I mean, I still am very careful about how I am moving around and making sure that I move properly, but I'm not like making the excuse that the reason I can't lift the way I want to lift is due to injuries. At least I'm not trying to make that excuse. Moving on, these deadlifts here after the clean complex are 5 kilos up from last week. 4 sets of three. Go up with each set, and this is 140 here. I was telling my friend Chris today, I was like, bro, like, I did some deadlifts after the complexes, and I was just like, there's no fucking way that I can clean 150 anytime soon, and even though that's my goal. And then I was saying that even 140, look at the speed on 140, and I'm like, I cleaned this like a month ago, like right before I went to Japan. I cleaned this twice, and I can't even imagine trying to clean it right now. So I got a lot of ways to go, but I am moving in the right direction, and I'm very excited for what's coming next. Right after that, did some dumbbell rows. My upper back actually for this, I don't know if it's due to the rows or due to me catching the weight or whatever, but my upper back feels pretty fatigued, and like I feel like that's a good position to be in because I don't really get that type of muscle soreness anymore, but I feel it right now, and it feels like I worked. It feels like I worked hard, and like yeah, I I always feel super accomplished when something like that kind of pops up. But yeah, that's it for today. Um, Not too much else to say. I don't know if I can do 115 next week. Maybe I can. Given how today went, like I didn't think I could do 110. So maybe if things turn out right. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.